Chris, tell Terry your restaurant story.
Okay, so Panda Express is right downstairs.
Right downstairs, yeah.
And then they close at like 5 o'clock, really early, like everything else does. And so I go in there, and there was only one other customer in there, and she was sitting down by herself. And then there were 2 people working the counter. And so I got my food, and I'm paying for it, and the guy is handing it to me. And this girl who I had not even walked past her, and she was an Asian girl in probably her mid-20s, maybe. Mm-hmm. So she was kind of young. It wasn't crazy old lady. This was a younger person. And she as I'm receiving the bag of food, she stood up and turned toward me and started screaming at me to give my money back, to ask for a refund, and not to eat the food here. And so I said, well, I looked at her, and I thought she maybe worked there and was going to say, I'm just kidding, it's pretty good, you should eat. But she didn't, and nobody laughed. And then I just kind of sat there for a good 3 or 4 seconds, and then she said, you're not good enough to eat this food, so give it back to him. And so the woman behind the counter looked at her and said, ma'am, what's wrong with you? And then she says, oh, forget about it. Do whatever you want. And then she sat down.
She didn't leave.
She didn't leave. She just sat back down, and she was enjoying her beverage.
Waiting for the next person to bother.
And I don't know. The thing is, I don't know what did I do?
I remember right when it happened, it really bothered you.
It did,
because you told me about it right away.
Yes, I'm an Asian-friendly person. I don't understand.
What do you mean?
Wait, you're an Asian person who's friendly, or you're an Asian friendly?
I'm Asian-friendly. I had an Asian girlfriend one time.
Oh, tell him that story about Japan.
Oh, see.
Oh, I love that story. I've heard that.
I brought her out to the bar.
And her name is Pam.
Her name is Pam. And Jason, I introduced her, and he thinks that I said, this is just Pam. And she's Japanese, so he just assumed her name was Japan. So he started calling her Japan all night.
She never corrected me, so all night I looked like an idiot calling this Asian young lady Japan.
You thought that was her name?
No, I thought it, first of all, it was loud music. He said, hey, this is Japan.
I didn't say that. I don't know where you got it.
Maddie was there. He said he called her Japan. I'm like, all right, that's weird, but whatever you're into, knock it out.
I thought her name was Japan, too.
Yeah, because he told you it was.
But that was the night of Zawaski's wedding, wasn't it?
No, this was before. That's when you got her sick, and she threw up on the side of my car.
I didn't get her sick.
Yeah, you did, because you made her do Jack Daniel. It was a Jameson.
Jameson shots.
Yeah, for like 3. And she can't do that.
She threw up all over the side of Rongey's car.
Jack Daniels apparently isn't Asian-friendly like Chris Rongey is.
That's right.
On the inside, she hugged
on the outside,
car?
he
was going like 75 on the expressway.
I was not. I was on 55. I was doing the normal speed limit like I always do. And I was coming back toward the city because the wedding was in the suburbs, in the south suburbs. I was coming back toward the city, and she had the window down, her head out because she was feeling sick, and then she just cut loose. And it just sprayed all over the outside of my car.
Did you call her Japan afterwards?
No, because that wasn't her name.
And whatever happened to her, it just didn't work out?
Oh, yeah, we're friends.
Okay.
We're still dogs. Yeah, I love her. She's great.
Okay. And it was Maddie's fault, though?
Oh, that was Matt's fault, for sure.
Okay.
But I don't know what I did.
Sort of like when we were in Miami, and Matt was making that girl throw up, too.
That was Joy. That was
no, it wasn't. Not for me, it wasn't.
Joy. That's right.
She was giving Terry lap dances?
Yeah, women get around Matt, and then they start to throw up.
Not right away, though.
No, after a little while, I guess.
And Dan, the reason I told you that story is because I was hoping that you could tell me what I have done to elicit that reaction from that person. Because all I did was order food.
I think that's probably the bottom line.
But how would she know that?
Oh, word's gotten around.
You're not Asian-friendly
Word's
enough.
gotten around in the Asian community, apparently.
I think the female community.
Oh, well, that's possible. I just want to know what I did. I don't think that I've done anything wrong. I think that I've been good to the Asian community.
You know what? I wouldn't know anything about it because I can't imagine being as handsome as you are and walking around. I really can't. So
maybe that's what it was.
Yeah, it's just you're going to draw that kind of attention to you.